Morning poppets. It is week 4 of triathlon training and I am still riddled with lurgy. I am so sad. It's Wednesday and I haven't trained since Sunday. I'm hoping that my Sunday run isn't what made it worse. It's a possibility, I know. But I've been devouring garlic and ginger for the past 2 days and I'm going to attempt run club tonight. Oh, my new tri-suit came, so that's cool. I'm going to go try that on in a minute. See how that looks. Oh, I'm so sad. Like, my bones ache when I don't exercise. Like, it's a physical thing. I hope somebody understands that. Yeah, so I'm going to go drink loads of electrolytes again today and hope I don't die on the run tonight. Thoughts from the car on a Wednesday night again, pre-run, before I meet the boys. Them pesky thoughts have been creeping in again today. Done some work with Ajay, my life coach, to get them out my head. But I've also been thinking about this virus that I'm constantly moaning about, and how I think my nervous system is finally regulating a little bit. I think I'm finally getting away from there's a tiger after you, there's a tiger after you. And I think that's why this virus has come along and gone, I'm having you. Because I think my nervous system's finally going, you're all right, you're safe now. Because I'm not in a relationship or any kind of situationship with a horrible boy making me feel unsafe. Which has kind of opened me up to thinking a lot about my past and how over the past 12 months, my life's been a bit of a shit show, you know. I've been in a horrible relationship, the consequences of which landed me in hospital, not through anything too sinister, but nonetheless in hospital having emergency surgery. To then try and recover from that, for another one to come along and try and take another piece of me. For me to get rid of that one, for then another one to come along, and another one to come along. When I'm in this state of low self-esteem, there's no wonder my brain's been trashed. The point I'm trying to make is, I would appreciate if you've made it this far through my video, next time I'm feeling kind of shitty about myself and guilty for having feelings and, you know, all that stuff, if you could just remind me, do you know what, Laura? Your life's been a bit of a shit show and you're allowed a bit of an holiday every now and again. You're allowed to be a bit upset. Not that I'm a victim, but you're allowed to just be a bit upset about the way things have gone. Another big realisation I've had is how much I've had a lack of self-awareness. How my marriage fell apart because I conned myself into believing that I would be content with a life sat at home watching Netflix. That was never going to be me. Who said that? You know, what idiot when... And I know, again, it was my primal need for safety that landed me there. I met a wonderful man who made me feel safe, who I did not want to let go of. And that's how I ended up in a marriage that ultimately, over a long time, made me bloody miserable. Because as much as he was a safe person, he was too safe. You know, he was a good dad, but every time I wanted to go out and do a run or anything that would change my life or our routine in any way, off she goes again, you know. There's no fucking wonder my nervous system's shot and I look like this, is there? So thank you for listening if you've made it this far. And like I say, next time I'm having a bit of a down moment, just if you'd say to me, just remember where you've come from. Now go smash a triathlon. Yeah, you can tell difference and all. Good morning, poppets. I'm having quite a clear day today. I've woken up today. I don't know whether it's because the cold's backing off or whether it's the Stargate portal or whatever. Yeah, feeling like I know what I'm doing again, which is bloody marvellous. I am ready now. Ready for saying, do you know what? I did not deserve to be treated like that. I deserve somebody who will worship me and intend to find somebody that will worship me. Yes, Laura, of course I want to drive you to Kroll at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning so you can take part in a triathlon. That sounds like a marvellous idea. Yes, Laura, of course I understand that you train 6 days a week because you've got certain goals in mind. And I think that's wonderful. Yes, Laura, of course I want to make you a protein-filled vegan tea for when you come home from work at which you work so hard. You are such a fucking superhero. Do you know what I mean? So the rest of my Friday was spent going for a 400 metre swim at Maltby, having a bit of family time and getting some dog snogs from Bertie. Then went home and did some packing up ready for the big bike ride that I had planned with Tim on the Saturday. On the Saturday morning, I got up and went to do park run, fully intending to do a run and a bike ride that day. Was very upset that I didn't set my Strava off, so I have had to use stupid Google Fit picture. Went off and met Tim, who arrived late, and we cycled as planned all the way to Selby on the Transpennine Trail, stopped for a coffee and a piece of cake, and then cycled home again. Was very tired by the end of that day, so treated myself to a massive Chinese. Oh yeah, I've got my swanky new phone stand. So, this is the end of week 4 triathlon training, and considering I am still full of lurgy, not full of lurgy, it's not been a bad week. I have done 2 runs, 1 big bike ride, 1 yoga session, 1 double gym session, and 1 400 metre swim, which, like I say, considering I've been full of lurgy, I've been quite happy with. Did a yoga sesh one night and had a proper good rest day today, like proper cheat day, eating pasta, toast. It's been bloody marvellous. So, that's cleared a lot of snot out yesterday. 65 miles to Selby and back. So, here's to next week. Swim focus next week to try and get that technique better. Hope everyone's had a good Sunday.